Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Toon Review for tonight's Fan Forum. Hope you're all doing well and you've had a good day. I'm joined tonight by Alex. I'm not sure how long for. Half an hour, is it, Alex, or something?
Close to that, yeah.
All right. But this is your turn. This is your chance to have your say on everything Newcastle United, of course. The Marseille game, the upcoming Everton game. What changes do you think need be done by Eddie Howe? What prediction are you going for the match on Saturday as well? So a lot to get into tonight. It's your show. Remember, you don't need a camera to come on. All you need is a microphone. If you don't want to put your face on camera, that is perfectly fine as well. And don't forget, please do give it a like if you are looking forward to, if you do enjoy the show, not looking forward to the show, if you're going to enjoy the show. And of course, please do subscribe if you are new to the channel and you like what you see. Memberships are available, which is the join button underneath us. And of course, super chats are available. That is the $ underneath the live chat. And if you do super chat the channel, you are guaranteed to have your comment read out on the show. Good evening, Mr. Stato, for half an hour.
Indeed. Good evening, Paul. Good evening to everybody in Viewerland, the Magpie Massive, and some guests who will be coming on.
Indeed. Now, by the way, Alex, I don't know whether you've heard the news today about Wissa has finally trained with the first team. He's been kicking a ball with them. And not so good news about Kieran Trippier. It looks like at least 3 to 4 weeks he's going to be missing.
Oh, great. So as soon as we get Tino Livramento back, he has to play every minute under the sun, which means Emil Kraft will likely get minutes because Tino cannot play all of those minutes. Not a chance.
I think those minutes will come against Tottenham, to be honest, in the Cup. However, we shall see, because we never seem to know what Eddie Howe has planned, but I guess we will in due course. Right, let's get the link up straight away. We may as well get you guys on very, very quickly, because I think I have a feeling that there's going to be quite a few people actually want to get on tonight and have their say. Maybe some frustrated fans, maybe some... well, is there any positive fans out there for our away form? That is the question. You just never know with our fan forums. Anyway, the link is there. Just let me pin it. There you go. The link is pinned at the top of the live chat. Get yourselves in and let's have a chat about Newcastle United. Remember, you don't need a camera. You can just use your microphone, of course, guys. It doesn't have to be all about the camera. And, well, we've got a couple straight away, so let's just set this screen up properly like that, and we'll bring in Bill and Paul. Good evening, guys.
Hey, guys, how are we?
Not too bad. Bill,
give me a second. I'm trying to mute my the other thing.
All right, don't worry. How are you doing, Paul?
I'm all right. I wasn't happy about that Marseille game. No, I was happy.
Go on then. What were you unhappy about?
It's when we didn't about the first half. The passing was awful.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely awful. And then come the second half, and then what was Nick Pope doing? I was absolutely fucking fuming with him.
Yeah. Look, I mean, obviously Nick Pope's. Took most of the hit for that game, but we have to, it wasn't just Nick Pope. The passing again was all over the shop. And I've watched some of the game back, and some of the sort of Bruno and Tonali couldn't get the passes going. And I rewatched the game because I watched True Geordie's video, and he was very critical of Bruno and Tonali, and I thought, okay, let's go and have a look at that. And Tonali's passing was a little bit erratic, I have to say. But, I mean, Alex, it was just a concoction of things on Tuesday again, as it has been for a lot of the season.
It was, yeah. It was. There. I don't think I'm going to blame Bruno or Tonali. I think that's no disrespect to Brian, but I think
I don't think he wasn't blaming them, Alex. All he was saying was that the passing is just not good enough, and I think Bruno admitted to that in an interview as well.
I think it's an attempt to not scapegoat people who I think deserve to be scapegoated in this instance. It's just talking about other stuff. Were there other things wrong with that performance and individuals? Yeah, of course there were. People made mistakes. Certain things didn't work. But the primary issues were Anthony Gordon and Nick Pope. So others who had various other things wrong with their game or positioning or moments. But the crux of it is Gordon and Pope. Like, categorically is that.
Yeah, there is problems there. We'll bring Ash in as well because he's on the line. Bill, I mean, what's your thoughts at the minute?
Couple of things. When it comes to Eddie, I'm still Eddie in, but I'm having thoughts, which makes me think. Do you remember when Kevin Keegan came out and said he'd taken us as far as he could? And he left. Yeah. And we all still love the man. I'm hoping Eddie has the good sense, if it goes pear-shaped, to leave while we love him, not to have his reputation completely tarnished by us all starting to chant for Eddie out. I'm still Eddie in, but I think it's time he started having this kind of thought.
I think all
go on, Ash.
Chanting for him out is a bit strong, but yeah.
Oh no, I'm not saying we are chanting for him out, but tell me that it isn't ever going to happen. There are many ways it could happen, and I'm hoping it doesn't. Like I said, and I'm going to say it again, I'm still Eddie in. But if he has to go, I'm hoping he goes while we still love him, because he won us. Well, he was our manager when we won our first trophy since the King was a little boy. You know, it's I'm still Eddie in. The other thing, it's kind of Pope related, but it's more on Ramsdale, and I'm trying to think what his headset is at the minute, because he had that spell at Arsenal where he couldn't force himself in as number one. He's gone away, and then he's come to Newcastle. And he'll have been thinking, as soon as Newcastle came in for him, he was thinking, oh, great, England. This boosts my England chances.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. I think when Newcastle came in for Pope, he thought Pope's had injuries and I've got a good chance of getting a goal. That's what he's thought, in my opinion. And why wouldn't you think that? Pope's shoulders pretty much spent.
So that's what I meant by getting in goal for Newcastle.
It's not about England.
Hang on. I think it would be a little about England as well, though, Ash, because he's not gonna get anywhere. You know, he went down last season. He's not gonna in the Championship. He's not gonna get picked for England. I think England would be in his sights as well, but that would be a secondary interest. Of course, his first ploy would be to be Newcastle United's number one. But at the minute, Eddie seems stuck with Pope. He doesn't seem to want to change. Alex, I know you're not on for long tonight, so I just want to pick your brains on this one. What do you think of the story today that Newcastle United are going to make an official complaint to UEFA regarding the treatment of the fans on Tuesday?
Good. It's outrageous. It's. I don't really think I need to share an opinion. I think everybody should be of the same opinion. I think it's very much this isn't an opinion. It's black and white. It's you have a moral obligation to not hurt people and to maybe look after them if they are a responsibility. And that's just a black and white thing. So it's disgusting, to be fair. We went to Marseille knowing it was going to be a tough ground and a tough game with the form they were in and the goals they were scoring and how many. However, the tear gas pre-match and all the issues, security issues pre-match, and then all of the stuff post-match is not good enough. It's absolutely they need to pay. So like heads need to roll for it, because you can't just go, oh, here's a €25,000 fine, here's a bit of this, because it's not going to change and people are going to get hurt. So an example needs to be made so that it stops, because I was reading some of the threads on this today and it was full of people who support other teams that have had to go to Marseille in previous years, all echoing the same things. And to be honest, Marseille fans, your ground was dead, so you've got shit crack, so you can shut up.
Marseille's ground was dead.
Oh, it was awful. The only time I heard anything out of the Marseille fans was if
Alex,
we'd had the ball for more than
maybe
about
on the
15
telly,
seconds,
maybe on the telly, but anybody that was in the ground has said that the atmosphere was incredible. Even the Newcastle fans.
The TV,
so it doesn't come across on the TV.
It was booing if we had the ball for more than 15 seconds, and they maybe stood up a bit if somebody had a counter attack.
Yeah, but all the journalists have all said it's in their top 5 for the atmospheres. So it must have been coming across different on the TV.
Bad.
Yeah. Well, the TV obviously has. Ash, obviously Everton on Saturday, a tough away game. Where is your confidence as a Newcastle fan going into yet another away game? Are you worried about it?
I think it depends on the lineup. I think we're all sort of sharing the same sentiment at the moment. Don't matter about how you feel about Eddie Howe. Like at the moment, I don't want Nick Pope in goal. If you go and watch the Man City game back and then go and watch the Marseille, both incidents where Pope runs out, they're very, very similar. It's just Haaland doesn't round Pope. He goes for the chip. But it's a very similar situation and thought process from Pope.
Well,
I don't like
it. You know what? The thing with Haaland was, I think he came out and made Haaland make a decision. But it was different area of the pitch. He came straight out at Haaland. Haaland was running at him. Aubameyang wasn't. Aubameyang was running away from him and side on. And obviously Nick Pope was never getting there in a million years. What he did.
Can I just clarify something? Because we've missed both of you have missed a point here. Against Man City, Haaland was through 1-on-1. Against Marseille, Chow was still in front of Aubameyang.
Yeah, Chow was there.
Had a defender. Yeah. That is a big difference.
There was no need.
There was a defender. I've watched the game back. I've watched the Man City game back, Alex, and there was like 2 defenders who were catching Haaland.
Yeah, you weren't catching Haaland if he was clean through on goal.
No, but Chow was in front of Aubameyang. That's the difference. Chow would have gone there Pope to get back.
I understand what you're saying, but they're very similar thought processes from Pope. That's all my point is.
Well, I mean, yeah. It's the same action, isn't it? But it's
I don't think
different situations. But
needed to come out on either. I used to be a goalkeeper, and I don't think you need to come out on either of those. So.
Well, I mean, the one on Tuesday was suicidal. Paul, where do you lie for Saturday? What changes do you feel he needs to make? And by the way, guys, I know everybody's waiting. I can see you all waiting. You all will get on tonight. Don't worry. Just be patient, guys. What would you change, Paul?
I'd say Nick Pope. Who else? Dan Burn. I think he'll be. I don't think he'll come back, will he? Dan Burn? No?
No, he's back.
He's back, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I hope he don't play. No.
He can't play.
And you got to drop Nick Pope and put Ramsdale in. Bloody hell.
I don't think that's the biggest issue. I think Lewis Hall has to be up against Ndiaye because he's going to do that.
Well, listen, I said last night on the review show that there is a possibility that to fit Dan Burn in, he goes with 3 centre backs again, and plays Hall and Tino's wing backs.
Dan Burn in?
Because it's Eddie Howe. It's Eddie Howe.
Slow
in this.
And we've had this conversation many, many times about playing Dan Burn. Will he ever leave Dan Burn out of the side? Because right now, Dan Burn is not in the first 2 for a position at centre back. He's just not.
But he's not for Eddie Howe either. I think in Eddie Howe's mind, in the last few weeks, it's Malik Chow and Fabian Schär.
Absolutely. But we've never had the challenge yet. We haven't seen him have to make a decision on Dan Burn until now. Because now we know Lewis Hall's fit. He has got to make a decision to actually leave him out the side. This is the first time that he's had to make that decision. And it'd be very interesting to see what he does, I'm telling you.
What I don't understand, Paul, is why Newcastle fans are fighting each other on Twitter and sometimes in the chat room. Like, I hate it.
It always happens, but it's
names. But we need to stop calling each other names like happy clappers and stuff like that. Just respect each other's opinion. If you disagree. Like,
well, yeah, there is disagreeing, but there is happy clappers out there who just will not accept that there's any problems, and it's fact and it's clear for everybody to see.
I got called a happy clapper just for being positive about Eddie Howe. Like, come on.
No, there's been
people.
There's differences. There's very much differences. Bill, where do you lie for Saturday?
Depends which team turns up, and by that I mean who Eddie puts in the team. For me, the back four has got to be Livramento, Chow, either Botman or Share, and Lewis Hall. Dan Burn has got to be dropped. I would put Ramsdale in for Pope, Gordon on the bench and Barnes there, because you can't drop Barnes at the minute. And if he does drop Barnes, then those questions need to be asked sooner rather than later. Strikers, Voltemada and Neve as a backup. Forget the idea of Gordon being a striker. Not only is it bad for the team, it's bad for Gordon as well.
Well, the thing is though, Bill, he was asked that question. He was asked that question after the game on Tuesday, saying, "Oh, you started without the striker tonight," and Eddie turned around and said,
"That was a Marseille journalist, though. That was a French."
Yeah,
journalist.
But he turned around and said, "I did start with a striker." So he clearly sees Anthony Gordon as a striker when he's needed.
I don't know. He's been playing like he's on strike.
He did start with a striker, though. Like it's just not the one we wanted, right?
Well, he's not a striker, Gordon. He's never in a million years.
No. He's a false nine. He's a false.
He's not he's not anything at the minute. He's not anything at the minute. He's not deserving of a place. Anyway, we've got lots of people to come on. Sorry,
if
Ash.
Voltemada can't play, I'd like to see. If Voltemada can't play, I'd like to see Alanga given a go through the middle. Honestly.
Oh Jesus. Anyway, what's your prediction for Saturday, Bill?
Opinions, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
If he makes some changes, I'm going for a 2-1 win. I can never, ever predict us to lose. I know we do, but I can't ever predict it. So 2-1 to us.
Okay. Paul?
3-0.
To Newcastle?
Yeah.
I want some of what you're smoking tonight. What about you, Ash?
If he plays Lewis Hall and Tino, we win 2-0.
2-1, did you say?
If he doesn't, we might lose. The 2-0 if he plays Tino and Livramento. And Hall, sorry. But if he doesn't, I think we'll lose. Yeah.
Well, we will see. Right, gentlemen, thank you very much.
Okay, all the best to Billy, yeah?
Yeah,
he should be back soon. He should be back very soon. So hopefully be back for the Everton game. If not tomorrow night, but we'll see. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.
So there you go. Alex, do you need to go?
Yeah, I'll dip off before we get the next guest in. Can I just say before I disappear? Obviously, we're going to do the preview show.
Yes.
I'm going to see if my cousin can actually come do a bit of a segment, because he's an Everton fan and he will be there on Saturday at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. So he come all the way from Oz to, well, not just for that game. So,
okay.
But I'm more positive about this game because, Paul, I think we're probably going to play our strongest lineup.
Well, let's hope so, but we'll tackle that tomorrow night, Alex, on the preview. I'll see you tomorrow, buddy. Take care.
Guys, tomorrow.
All right, man. So I lose a co-host, and Alex is away for a very important badminton match, and obviously wish him very, very well in that. Before we get our next guest on, though, there's a couple of super chats, and then a very interesting person to bring on, which I will do in a moment. But we've got a couple of super chats. Spikes is Howe's picking his failures again. Miley and Ramsey not getting minutes is his choice. Get it right, Howe. And Troll says it's all Howe related. He picks the team, the tactics, and he always pays his favourites, even when we have fit players on the bench. Howe out, says Trolls. Wow. Anyway, here he is.
Good evening, everybody.
Mr. Billy Trey. Well, hello, stranger.
Hello.
Well, how the dicky bird are you?
Yeah, I'm better than what I was, that's for certain, but got sore ankle, really sore ankle, can hardly walk on it, but it's not painful as such.
Well, I take it you still haven't got your desk set up yet?
Absolutely not. The desk it's here.
Right.
Just need to set it up.
So when are we expecting? When are we expecting? It'll be done for Saturday, will it?
Absolutely.
So, yeah. Are you joining us for the remainder of the show, or are you just?
Oh, might as well. Yeah, I might as well.
I mean, you might as well, indeed.
Absolutely.
Anyway, everybody's patiently waiting behind the scenes. We'll bring on Jordan, and we'll bring on Colby, who we haven't spoken to for a while. Jordan, we'll start with you. Good evening.
Good evening, Paul.
How are you doing?
Very good. Yeah, very
good. And I believe you've got a lot to say.
I have got a lot to say.
Go on then.
I mean, that Marseille game was absolutely terrible.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, my God, I like Eddie. Don't get us wrong, but on Tuesday I was like, nah, you're getting sacked, mate.
You believe he's on a real thin thread at the minute, do you?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Corby, good evening.
Good evening. How
are you? Long time no speak.
Yeah, just recently, to be honest, this is embarrassing. This is absolutely embarrassing.
Well, I thought you might have a lot to say on it. So take it away, matey. What's angering you?
First of all, I don't get why. Well, I do and I don't. I understand why we can raise the levels against Man City and even Liverpool when they played them earlier in the season. But see, going away to Marseille, like, we know it's going to be a hard game. So, like, when this game goes one each, I understand Pope fucks up and it's embarrassing. And obviously, it's terrible. But why do we go and concede a game? Why can't we just level up and go, no? Because that's what's going to take us to the next level. We just crumbled.
I mean, Billy, I haven't spoken to you about Newcastle United. I mean, you probably watched the game, I take it, on Tuesday night. So where do you stand at the minute? Because it's like Corby says, it's all right beating Man City. Yeah. But we've seen it. It's just rinse and repeat, isn't it? And then obviously we're going into this game against Everton, which I think is the bigger game, to be fair, because we can still get points in the Champions League, but we need to start picking points up in the Premier League.
First and foremost, I thought the first 45 minutes against Marseille was outstanding. I thought we were really good. Yeah. I thought we could have been 2 or 3 up. Should have been 2 or 3 up. It wasn't the fact that the striker decided not to shoot when he was in for on goal in the 45th minute.
Or decide to try and nod the ball in when instead of he just let the defender just clear it off the line himself.
We've said this about Eddie Howe before. He didn't see things coming. And when we all knew it, Dan Blue was going to get sent off or concede a goal or be at fault for a goal against Brentford. And it all happened. And just as with Nick Pope, we could all see at some point he was going to make a huge rick. And if he doesn't make that rick on Wednesday night or Tuesday night, whenever it was, would have won that game. And that's
the second goal doesn't go in, does it? The second goal doesn't happen if that first one doesn't.
No, absolutely not.
Jayden, are you expecting changes on Saturday, or do you think Eddie will just play his favourites again?
I mean, I don't know, to be honest. I know a lot of the team lineups are actually Eddie's choice, but I think it's one of them where you have to think about it. Who
would you like to see in the team?
Oh, let me think. Right, this is my lineup. If I was
go on
coach.
Then. Okay.
Aaron Ramsdale in goal.
Yeah.
Possibly Tino.
Yeah.
As he's now back, so that's good. Malik Chow, Cher, and Hall, and then in midfield, Sandro, Bruno, and
Willock, okay.
Yeah.
And your front three?
Front three are Baltimore, Murphy, and Bonds.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's the front three I'd agree with, but Murphy was a little bit dodgy again against Marseille. He was sort of, he had one of those puzzling games, which Billy always alludes to. But Corby, obviously the big change for me has to be in goal. We've spoke about Nick Pope many, many times, and the time is now for me. All right, he's not going to stand in front of the cameras, is he? And badmouth Nick Pope. He's gonna back his man. But surely behind the scenes, this is where we see if he's got any cojones, and he actually picks the right team by leaving certain players out.
Yeah, and again, I don't think he will at all. I think Nick Pope plays. I think Dan Burn plays. Even if it's 4 at the back, 5 at the back, fucking hell, 6 at the back, Dan Burn will still play. I just think Lewis Hall, against Man City, he was outstanding. This kid has to play. He is technically, for me, as good as Bruno and Tonali. He can be the real difference for us.
What's he got, Billy? That magical left foot, man?
Do you know what the concerning thing of all of it is? The concerning thing of all of this is, alongside Malik Chow, our best centre half, is now seemed to be 5th choice.
Yeah, exactly. I don't understand that at all.
Listen, this is what I said the other day. I don't understand how Sven Botman can have I mean, it's not like he was terrible. He had a couple of dodgy moments, and he drops him, but he won't drop fucking Nick Pope for consistent errors. He completely goes against his own ways, and I can't understand that.
Another thing too is, you go to this Everton game, it's a massive game, but if we take the lead, which we're capable of doing, we can't just sit back. We have to go and get that second. Because I think if we get that second, we could end up getting 5, 6. It seems to be we invite pressure on. This has happened all season. And I have to go for them here and really, because if you look man for man, let's be honest, how much Everton players would play for Newcastle? Not much. They need to go out there. We are better than Everton.
Very true. Very true. Right, we'll get your predictions. Jaden, what do you reckon what's your prediction for Saturday?
I'm going to say 2-0.
2-0 to Newcastle.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a lot of positive predictions in the chat, Colby.
I think if he goes with 5 at the back, we'll get beat. It'll be another West Ham Brentford game. But I think if he goes 4 at the back and he plays Lewis Hall, I can see 2-3, 3-0 maybe.
Oh, I tell you, confidence. Right, thanks for coming on, guys.
Yeah, just want to say it's good to see you back, Billy.
Thanks, Colby. Cheers, buddy.
Yeah.
Cheers, Colby. Ta-ra, mate.
Bye.
Thanks, Jaden. So, Billy, look, there's a lot of talk about what's needed to be done here, but I just made a comment on the review show last night and again tonight that this is the first time that Eddie Howe is having to make a decision on Dan Burn. It was taken out of his hands against Manchester City. He played the 5 at the back against Marseille to a certain degree. But this is the first time he's really got to choose between, for me, Hall or Burn. And this is, again, just like in goal, he's got to show the big bollocks here.
He's not going to, is he?
Well,
he's not going to. He's not going to. Absolutely not. Dan Burn would be on the first name on the team sheet. I wouldn't have him as he'd be my 4th choice centre back at the minute.
Well, that's what I said. He's not in the front 2 or 3 centre backs.
But he's in Eddie's.
Well, yeah. That's a scary thing. That is a scary thing. Anyway, let's bring some more guests on. As I say, we'll get you all on, guys. We've got Ian, we got Braden, and we got Andrew. Good evening, chaps.
Evening,
evening, fellas.
Hello, Billy.
Hi, mate.
Good to see you back.
Thanks, mate.
Right, Ian, we'll start with you because I know you're always a man of positivity and morale boosting lately. So, how are you, mate? Give it to us.
Well, I mean, honestly, I couldn't believe that second half, Paul. Echoed your sentiments exactly as usual. I don't honestly know how the message is going to get through to Eddie because he seems so stuck with a set number of players that we all can see week in, week out aren't up to the job. And I mean, I know a rush of blood to your head, but I mean, it was as if it's somebody had injected him with ketamine. Boom!
I mean, it's even worse when you see it in slow motion. It's even worse. Braden, good evening.
Good evening. Can you hear us?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Good evening. Nice to be on. First time on for me. So,
yes, it is. You are a Toon Review virgin. Welcome. What would you like to say?
Where to start, really? I mean,
well, I know I shouldn't really ask that question because it's where the hell do you start? To be honest,
going 1-0 up every game. West Ham, Brentford, sitting back straight away. I mean, Last season before, it was if you get one past them, there was 4 or 5 players bombing forward. This season, to be honest, towards the end of last season, we'll go 1-0 up and it's 10 men behind the ball straight away, and it's just so pragmatic. He makes Southgate look like bloody Pep, the way how pragmatic he is. I love Eddie Howe. I don't want him out. I think he's the greatest manager. I think obviously one of the lads said earlier, he's one of the greatest managers we've ever had. If I don't let nostalgia fool you, I think he's up there. He's above Robson. He's above Keegan. Unfortunately for some of you older heads.
but I'll stick a but in there, Braden, because football does not stand still.
It doesn't.
You know, we can't keep looking on sentiment, especially with football managers. We know it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
I mean, Billy, I don't know whether you've watched the last few shows, but we keep getting a few comments in the chat saying, "Oh, this has just turned into a negative Newcastle channel. It's all about negativity. I'm not going to watch anymore." So I told them to swiftly fuck off, because that's probably what you would have said.
Well, it's not as if we're winning games by 5 goals every week. We're not performing to anywhere near our capabilities. And if you can't criticise your team for not performing, when can you criticise them? I think it's worse for a team to blindly support them when they're playing shit, personally.
Yeah. I mean, you just have to face reality, don't you? Like Phil from Canada's just said there in the chat. It's all about reality. It's all about facts. You know, I can't sit here and Billy can't sit there and commentate on Newcastle United and just say, "Oh, this is really good. This is really good," because the same thing's happening over and over again. Whether it be the goalkeeper, whether it be the substitutions, whether it be this persistence with Dan Burn, it's the same things. And look, I don't think we've put a good run of games together since we won the cup, and that was back in last season. Andrew, I don't know about you, but I always proud of this channel for being realistic and spitting facts, not just blowing smoke up people's asses for the sake of it. And you've got to be honest at times as a fan and say when it's going well and when it's not going well.
That's very true, Paul. Can you hear us okay?
Loud and clear, mate, yeah.
I think the thing that really annoyed me about the whole thing was everybody makes mistakes. Everybody's allowed to make a mistake.
Absolutely.
But it's how the rest of the team responded after that mistake. You know, if we want to be this elite football team, I think Kobe, his name was, said something similar to what it's really been getting on my nerves all day. This, you know, a truly great team, you let a goal in, right? Let's make sure, especially with the crowd at Marseille, we're sort of, you know, let's take stock, let's sit down, let's sit back, let's take stock of what we've got and let's start building again. The next 2 or 3 minutes, we're running around like headless chickens, and before you know where it is, it's 2-0. It's 2. They've scored another one, and then it's just all gone to pot.
It's like he says. I mean, what I laugh at is the players like Bernard coming out on Tuesday night and saying we followed the game plan. Well, no, you fucking didn't, because if that was the game plan after half time, then you weren't shooting with shit. Because I'm sure Nick Pope was told, along with the rest of the team, to keep it steady for 10, 15 minutes, not give anything stupid away. If we get a goal, then fine. But then, after we've weathered the storm, so to speak, go and get a second goal. I can't believe in this world that whatever came into Nick Pope's head, but it completely rocked the whole side.
Well, the last thing you want to do is get that crowd back into the game. And by doing what he did, he got straight back in, didn't he?
Yeah.
If we want to be a truly great team, the responsibility comes to the players. We've got so-called elite players who should be grabbing games like that by the scruff of the neck. You know, we're talking about Tonali and Bruno and Gordon. Not so much Gordon this season, but Bruno and Tonali. I used to think, well, you know, Patrick Vieira, Roy Keane, I rate them like that. And what would they have done in a situation like that? They would grab that game by the scruff of the neck and just drive the team on. Whereas everybody's allowed bad games, but you know they didn't really do anything other than and nobody did.
You know what it is though? It's what's frustrating for me is that the long balls are okay, but it's the little short passes that either we underhit, we can't control, we completely miss the man, I just don't understand how professional footballers can't pass the ball 3 yards to a guy in the same shirt. And that was all of them on Tuesday night. That wasn't just, Toon Army gave the ball away a few times. Bruno was, but I tell you what, I have to. I'm going to read this comment out first, and then we'll speak a bit about Joe Willock, because the Clone Lad says we're 14th in the league. One swallow, no Marseille toilet pun intended, doesn't make a summer. Indeed. Swiftly moving on. Ian, what did you think of Willock's performance?
I was really impressed, actually. I think I might have put in the comments a comparison between Willock and Gordon. Willock put himself in the shop window. Mm-hmm. He knows he could be away in January. That was a fantastic little bit of PR for him. And Gordon, absolutely the opposite. Abjectly disgraceful. And, I would love to see Joe play again this season. But I think you might just only see him as a little bit part substitute. But he did the job. I thought, apart from Chow, he was probably the only one that shone. To be fair,
Steve Marley says, "Swallow pun. I don't follow." Read social media, mate. Is all I'll say on that. Billy, Anthony Gordon. Because right now, I want to throttle the kid. Honestly, I do, because his body language just tells me that he just doesn't want to be here. And a lot of people are saying in the chat in here or on social media that his head's been turned. What do you reckon?
There's something not right with him, that's for certain. Whether his head's been turned or not, I don't know. Whether he's been got out of the England camps, I don't know. We needed more press from him on Tuesday night, or what was it, Wednesday night, whatever it was.
It was Tuesday, Billy, don't worry.
Tuesday night, We needed more press, we needed more effort, we needed more speed. And he got himself a really stupid yellow card, which stopped all that. And once he'd had that stupid yellow card, he might as well just took him off. Because after that, it was a waste of space. Absolute waste of space.
Braden, where do you stand on Anthony Gordon? I mean, I know where I'd like to stand on him, but where do you?
To be honest, I'm sick of seeing him getting shoehorned in. He's getting shoehorned in up front. He wasn't even in the squad on the weekend because he was injured. And then next thing you know, he's starting the next game. Is it because it take the heat off him? Is it because he just looks like when he's on the pitch, he just looks like he's in the huff, doesn't he? Let's be real, he just looks a bit lethargic, bit head down. I think Howe's playing him and Byrne personally to shoehorn them in so they can get a place in the World Cup. I think he feels bad.
Well, if he's doing that, instead of taking Newcastle United into account, it's a fucking disgrace, quite honestly. It really is. He
played 5 at the back. People say, he didn't. He played 4-3-3. I was watching the Marseille game. He had Barnes and Gordon up top on their own. And so we had 2 wingers playing up front when we didn't have the ball and when we had the ball. I rewatched the first 30 minutes this morning. What Billy said before, we played great, we did. But it was a bit like a ping-pong game. Soon as we were done at our end, they were bombing down our end.
It was like when we scored, Marseille had a period of 15-20 minutes where they just had the ball. And then we came back into it again. Now, normally we don't, but we started asking questions of them again. So it was a bit like ping pong, but I just, it's so annoying. Anyway, guys, we'll get your predictions. Andrew, what's your prediction for Saturday?
Whoa, well, I don't like predicting Newcastle games, but it all depends on the team he picks. It's to me, it's a lot of it is Pope going to be in goal? Is Byrne going to be at left back? It's 2 totally different teams. So if he picks the defense he should pick with Ramsdale in goal, surely it'll be a 2-0, 3-1 win.
Well, I would. I mean, I'd love to see that, especially away from home. Ian, what do you reckon?
Like everybody else says, if we have the right team, I think we can do it. Maybe 2-1. But if he puts his favourites out there, I really don't even think about it.
Well, I'll look forward to seeing your comments in the chat on Matchday Live, then, Ian. So, because get ready to be annoyed. Braden. Sorry, Brandon. I keep calling you Braden. It's Brandon, isn't it?
It's Brandon, mate. But
you've got a Y in it, so that confuses me on a Thursday night.
Spelling, man.
It is.
I'm going to go Desmond 2-2. I think Everton are a good team now compared to last season. Anyways, I think.
Well, I'll tell you what. I watched the game against Man United. I'll tell you what. Although they only had 10 men, their defensive system was absolutely spot on. By the way, I know it was Man United, but still, they still scored with 10 men. They deserved the win. So yeah, it was absolutely. Well, I mean, we're up against it. We are. We definitely are.
I mean, obviously, I know a fella before he was saying, obviously, the players aren't that good compared to ours, but they're wingers, and I know they haven't got a striker who can hit a barn door, but they've still got some good players, and they're at home. They've only been beaten by Spurs this season at home, so
yeah,
it's I think we'll do well to get a draw, honestly. And obviously, I want Newcastle to win. Who doesn't? But it is what it is.
Absolutely so. Right, thank you, gentlemen. We'll speak to you next time. Take care, guys.
Thank you for having us on.
No bother, mate. So there you go. Right, a couple of super chats. By the way, Billy Trulls is well and truly Eddie Howe out. 100%. Kevin Moody is a new member of the channel. Welcome, Kevin. Thank you for your support. Derek says back four got to be Tino, Hall, Chow, and Botman. And Peter says, didn't you think Bruno's comments were just a repeat of Eddie's comments after the game? With January coming up, would you give Eddie any more money? Well, look,
Bruno, you got to say Peter's usually quite negative, but he's right with this case because the players we've signed this summer, he doesn't even play half of them. The only one who plays really is Chow and Voltamada. The rest, Ramsey don't get a sniff anymore, does he? Hardly. Elanga's hardly getting a sniff.
Yeah,
it's a lot of money to be sat on the bench watching, isn't it?
It certainly is. Right. We've got Sam, we've got Peter, we've got Emma, we've got Dave Magpie, we've got Tails, we've got Naked Noise Boy, and Simon. You will all get on, guys, but the next lot on are the rabble. Good evening, guys.
Evening, fellas and ladies.
Nice to see you back, Billy.
Thank you very much.
You as well, Billy.
Chip, as your internet connection is nothing but sensationally shit. But we can still hear you. But you look like you've clouded up your camera, so you've probably been on the hub for a little while. Emma, what would you like to say tonight?
I'll keep it very clean. I wasn't impressed with the performance on Tuesday. Willock was doing bloody Murphy's job. What the feck was Murphy all the time? Chow was babysitting Dan bloody Ben because he was halfway up the bloody pitch. Nick Pope for that first goal was absolutely shocking. He should have listened to Chow and got back in the bloody box because that goal could have potentially been saved. But no, Nick Pope being Nick Pope, he don't listen. Anthony Gordon, he can feck off to Liverpool if he wants to.
Yeah,
because obviously he's pissed
enough.
off that Eddie sold Isaac to Liverpool, but he didn't sell him last year. And I don't know why he started him as well. Because he's not a striker. Yeah, that's me.
Peter, I'm confused. I'm very confused by what's going on at Newcastle. I think we've got better players than what we're showing, but for some reason, it just ain't clicking right now.
Certainly isn't. Look who we've spent on as well. Alanga, not really impressed. Ramsey doesn't get a chance. Playing players who are simply off form at the moment. Eddie persists with favouritism at the moment, and the away form is just absolutely abysmal. And that's why we're not higher up in the table. And look where we are. We're nearly into December now, and we're still without an away win away from home.
I think there's a confidence issue there now as well.
Yeah.
I saw things from Nick Voltamada Tuesday night. Sorry, Tuesday night.
Billy, just keep saying Tuesday in your head, mate. You'll get there eventually.
I'll get there. But I mean, he was given a great pass from Bruno, and he trapped it further than Bruno passed it to him. I mean, his close control was dreadful at times against Marseille.
Yeah.
There's a confidence crisis coming with Nick, no doubt about that.
Well, I'm not surprised. It doesn't surprise me because, but the thing is, I didn't see it, Billy, on initially. But Chow did tell Nick Pope to go back to his goal. He had it covered. And the goalkeeper just completely ignores him.
Yeah,
I mean, how is that going to install any faith in your goalkeeper as a centre-back when he's just not listening to simple instructions like get back in your goal. I've got this covered. It's just horrendous.
For that reason alone, he cannot play yet for a while. Pope. For that reason alone, because the defence will have no confidence in him at all now.
Now, Chippers, good news on Wissa. The rumours that are kicking around today is that he will be back for the Tyne-Wear derby. So we've still got ages to fucking wait for him.
Still got another 2 weeks yet. That's ironic, isn't it? Isn't that meant to be the last game before he goes to AFCON?
It certainly is.
Ironic, isn't it? But well, he said about Trippier earlier. It's like we'll get one player back and we'll lose a player, so it makes it's like well, not like for like, but one in, one out. It's about time, but it's getting to a stage where him coming back is going to be too little, too late, because he's already missed 12 games in the league, and we've forfeited so many points already this season. We've had a lot of games this season already, and games that were winnable as well, by the way. We haven't played the likes of Arsenal away, Chelsea away, Man City away, Liverpool away yet. So, we've still got all them tough games to come yet in the new year. And
absolutely, yep.
It's just, I'm pig sick, mate. I really am. It's like we took 2 steps forward, beating Man City, then we've gone 4 steps backwards, losing in midweek, and we're back to square one again.
But that's happened for how long now? How long has that been happening for?
Too long.
Yeah.
Too long. It's
too
not
long.
Good enough. But again, sorry, it's all right. Keep going. Sorry.
No. David, who's been a member for 25 months, has 0 wins across the last 9 away league games, 4 points taken out of a possible 27. Not sure we're relying on home wins is enough to qualify for Europe this season.
Not.
I mean, Emma, Europe's a long way away, isn't it?
Yeah, the way that we're playing. Because to be honest, if he keeps playing the team that he does, I can see us battling relegation. And that's me. I can see it because he's playing the wrong people in the wrong positions. Nick Pope, for some reason, just wants to do what he wants. He's not listening to any of the defenders. I can see us battling relegation, and I hate to say it. And if we do get relegated, I think it'll be hard to get back in.
Oh, Emma, I want to bury my head in a load of soil now. Jesus Christ. Jamie with a super chat saying, how pissed off are the new arrivals being on the bench, let alone the likes of Miley? Big squad, my arse. Bruno and Tonali could be rested. I mean, Peter, where does Ramsey stay in all of this? And Elanga, to a degree, we've paid over £100 million for those 2 players, and he won't fucking play them.
Exactly. Well, we got Ramsey in to challenge that position in centre midfield with the likes of Joelinton, Tonali and Bruno, and Elanga. We got competition apparently for Murphy. But Ramsey should be given a lot more opportunity. You've seen what he can do. We've seen it at Aston Villa.
But what does it say to him? What does it say to him when
why did not bother coming in the first place?
A guy who's hardly had a look in for a year.
Yeah,
comes into a big Champions League game, but he's still sitting on his arse.
You're thinking, why?
Billy, what do you reckon about where Ramsey is right now? And a lot of people are starting to say about Miley that he'll probably look at Elliot Anderson, who's gone on to get regular football at another club and has excelled. It could be another story with him.
It could be. It could be another one of these, transfers that goes for PSR or whatever the new one's going to be. The Ramsey one, it confuses me, it really does, because for me, it's him or Joe Linton on the left-hand side of midfield. Joe Linton didn't play, he played Joe Willock. Joe Willock was fantastic. That's the performance we've been wanting from Joe for 2 years. Can he do that consistently? I doubt it very much, because he hasn't done it consistently for 2 years. So, it's a strange decision, and a lot of money to sit on the bench, as I said before. I'd actually play Elanga ahead of Murphy now. I think Murphy's been absolutely dreadful the past 3 weeks. Dreadful.
The thing about Murphy is, though, even when he's dreadful, he still puts a couple of crosses in that we haven't seen from Elanga. But I guess Elanga probably needs a run in the team, but I don't know. Right, let's get some predictions. Chippers, what do you reckon for Saturday?
Jesus. As everybody else has said beforehand, it depends what team he puts out, but I'm going to go for entertaining 0-0 draw.
Oh my God, I look forward to that. Peter?
Again, it all depends on the lineup. if we go with Ramsey, bring the likes of Botman back, hopefully Ramsey or Joelinton play in that. So drop all the players who aren't performing, players who don't give a rat's at the moment, then we've got a chance. And if Eddie does to go with that, I'll say we'll win 2-1.
Emma?
If, like Pete said, if he plays the right team, it could be anything. I don't like to do it, but I'm saying 1-1.
1-1. Well, thank you very much for coming on, guys, especially Emma. You've put us in a wonderful mood going into the game.
Sorry.
But you speak the truth as normal. That's what we like about it, that you get to speak your mind. Thanks, guys. Speak to you very soon.
Thank you.
So there you go. I mean, one thing about Emma, she's certainly passionate. Right, we'll bring Dave Magpie and Tails on, and then we'll finish the show with Simon and the Naked Noise Boy. Good evening, Mr. Magpie, and to Tails.
Good evening.
Hi, welcome.
How are you doing?
I'm not too bad. It's good to see welcome back, and good to see you back, Billy.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Not a bother.
He's back. He's back. He's back.
Yeah, he's back. The man is back.
Yep. Well, he's dressed as the milk tray man again tonight. So what can you say? He makes his return as the milk tray man. What would you like to? I mean, what's your name, by the way? I mean, I know who Dave is, but what's your name, Tails? Because I feel a bit strange calling you Tails.
No, my real name is Ahmed.
Okay, and where are you calling from tonight?
From Saudi Arabia.
All right. Wow, good to have you on. So what's it like over there, Ahmed, at the minute in Saudi? Obviously, Newcastle, I would assume, have good support over there now. But what's the fans' feelings on the way things are going at the minute?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same. Where do I start?
It's difficult to start anywhere, to be honest, right now.
Yeah, there is a point I want to share. I remember we played West Ham, not the last season, the season before. We played Harvey Barnes, a striker, and he scored 2 goals, I remember. After that, Eddie Howe never played him there. I don't know why. And he keeps playing Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon, he's not a striker, please. He's not. I shouted numerous times. He is not a striker.
Yeah.
At best, at left wing. And even more, a player is not on form, and also blame out of position. This is making it way worse.
I think, Billy, we talk about Gordon as a striker, but for me, Harvey Barnes, if he's going to try and get Gordon into the team, then play Gordon on the left and put Barnes up front. He is a good finisher. I mean, look, Man City could have had 4, but the great thing about him was he didn't put his head down, he didn't sulk, he got on with it and scored 2 cracking goals. And for me, he's a better finisher than Gordon anyway.
And that's what centre forward does. He's there to put the ball in the back of the net. And if you can't do that, then you're not really a centre forward, are you? I understand why he played Gordon now. I thought that their defence was scared of him. But once they realised he was scared of shooting or scared of getting anywhere near the goal, they kind of defended him quite easily, I thought. Harvey Barnes, if we get the fish, give him a chance. He's lethal. So, yeah, I agree. I totally agree with what you're saying.
Yeah, he actually seems stronger than Gordon right now.
And a little bit quicker at the minute as well.
Yeah. Dave, I mean, obviously, where do you find things at the minute as a fan? Are you frustrated? Are you confident maybe we can turn it around against Everton?
Oh, bloody hell. It's still a hard one, obviously. They're clearly going downhill for Eddie. His recent decisions have been bollocks lately. Player selection, positions, tactics, have all been wrong. Just like West Ham, Brentford games, his subs didn't make any sense. And you tried to throw the kitchen sink, and the kitchen sink got through back at him. Now it worked. And we saw it again with Marseille. Now we've got individual players still making mistakes. Well, obviously certain ones, right? I don't know what the fuck Pope thought he was doing. When Chow was in that defence, it looks settled. He grabs the game by the bollocks basically, and he does his job every single time. That's why he gets good player ratings when we do the reviews and that.
Well, he keeps winning man of the match, doesn't he?
And he does. Like I say, he's best 30-odd million quid we've ever fucking spent. Ever. Obviously, he is a world-class defender, and he's come to the Toon. But Pope, honestly, if he doesn't drop Pope now, right, it's honestly there's gonna be a rebellion, because I'll tell you one, obviously the fans will not put up with this for much longer. Pope must be dropped now. Get Ramsdale in. Otherwise, why the hell did he bring him in for?
It doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
No, he's played a couple of games and that's it. I got to look at him at the Espanyol game, pre-season that, and I liked what I saw. I did. We drew that game, but I liked what I saw. He performed. He done some fantastic saves. He was all over his box, commanded it well, not right. But we've all saw the evidence. Pope can't command a bloody brown paper bag. Honestly, he went against his defender's instructions, telling him that he had it covered, and obviously he didn't listen, and the outcome was us conceding. But in that game, Barnes and Chow were the only two I could actually name as players who were actually trying. Well,
I thought Willock should be up there as well. I've come down very hard on Joe Willock.
I'll put Willock. I'll put Willock third in that, but I will say that he needs to obviously drop Gordon permanently. Personally, to tell you the truth, I think Gordon's head's still being turned because of the interest from Poole, obviously the other season. And I don't think he's ever recovered, because if you look at his performances since, he's done well in a couple of games, and it's all the same. It's clearly not working out. My own honest opinion now would be get rid of him now while we can get a decent munch of lolly for him. Get rid of him, get him replaced. Maybe even try for Semenyo in a swap deal, anything like that. But Gordon, I think his time's done. I really, really do. His time is done from us now, because I don't think he's ever going to get the best. He's ever going to be what he was when he first come. But if you also remember, Paul, Barnes used to interlink playing forward and winger for Leicester, if you remember rightly, and he did it quite well in both positions. So I fully agree with you. Barnes would have been a better choice. If he wanted to give Big Nick a rest, stick Barnes up front, give him a gun. We all know what Barnes can do. He's good with his feet, quick, and with him being littler, he can literally manoeuvre into good little tight spaces. Create stuff. Good. He's a good one.
He is. Right, get some predictions off you guys for Saturday. Ahmed, what do you reckon?
I don't want to sound negative, but I think either 0-0 or 1-0 Everton.
Oof. So either way, we're not scoring. Well, that's fair enough. I mean, look, I don't know where people get a confidence from for our away form at the minute anyway. It's very difficult to look at the away form and think, I'm confident. It's just not there at the minute. What do you reckon, Dave?
Right. Again, I'll agree with what Peter, Emma, and Chip as have said. It depends on what team goes out. If for example, if Pope's in Gordon and that, we're not going to do well. But I will if he makes the changes that the fans are crying out for, we do have it in with a win. And I'll go for a straight 2-0 if Ramsdale's in and that. But I'll go for a 2 or 3-0 loss if he is. I just want to say obviously last couple of things. I'll leave you with a question, Billy and Paul. Now, given the state of the team at this minute in time, I was going to ask Stato this question, but I'll leave it with you guys. Where do you see if we're going for anybody in January, right? Where would you say the priority is for obviously for the replacement to go in? What position would you say?
I think we need a fullback.
Yeah, I think fullback as well.
I think we're desperate for a fullback, but I think Jamie Trafford will be coming in January.
Do you?
Ooh, interesting. Ooh,
interesting. Interesting.
Yeah. Right, guys. Thank you very much for coming on. Much appreciated. Take care out there, Ahmed. Nice to speak to you, and we'll see you soon, Dave.
Bye-bye. Thanks, guys.
Good night.
So there you go, and we've got our final two guests coming on in a second. Just need to cover this. Peter Garthwaite says, if things don't improve, do you think Eddie would resign? No. I don't think there's any question of that, to be honest. And finally, don't forget that the Toon retreat is on tonight on Discord, on our Discord server that Tom runs for mental health. You know, if you're struggling or you just need to chat with some friends, get yourself on the Discord server. I'm sure they'll put the link back in the chat again for you. That's at 8:20 tonight on the Discord server. So if you are struggling a little bit, get in there, it's a safe place to just have a chat with everybody, and hopefully you'll come out of that feeling a lot better. So that's at 8:20 on the Discord server. And finally, our two guests, we welcome Mr. Naked Noise Boy himself and Simon. Good evening, gentlemen.
Oh, good evening.
Evening, chaps.
Good evening.
That's better. Simon, we'll start with you. What would you like to say about the goings on at the minute?
Well, just first off, want to say congratulations. I love the channel. Great with the awards, so well done.
Thank you very much.
Much deserved.
Thank you.
I just don't get this Eddie out at the minute. I really don't. You know, I'm a true believer. We'll get behind the team. We'll get behind the squad. Win, lose or draw, we're there to support the team and support everybody. I think Eddie Howe has turned our club around absolutely amazingly. And yes, we're going through a bad patch at the minute, but there are reasons for that bad patch. If we didn't have the injury to Wissa, if we didn't have the injury to Hall, and if we didn't have the injury to Tino, the Premier League would have been completely different. We would have been up top 4 easy.
Yeah, but it's all right, right? Yeah, but it's all right saying that, though, Simon. But the problem is, this has been ongoing since April last year, hasn't it? It's not something that's new. It's something that's been there for a long time now, especially the away form.
Exactly,
and even when Tino and Lewis Hall have played in the past away from home, we've still struggled a little bit, and that's the frustrating thing, because we know that if we can convert that home form when we've got everybody fit. If we can convert that home form, then it totally transforms the away form. But it just doesn't seem to work at the minute.
Oh, it certainly does. I mean, the 12th man bang, there's none better. But yeah, I do believe that those 3 injuries has had a massive impact on the Premier League. Not so much in the Champions League, because I feel you need a slightly different squad, the different style of football, Champions League. But in the Premier League, I think those 3 injuries that I mentioned are key to the reason why we're all having bad results. And we are. And again, with injuries and playing people out of position, yeah, it's wrong. We don't want to see it. But is that not Eddie's best option? You know,
are you not concerned, though, Simon, at some of the decisions he makes?
Yes, but we don't know. He's with the players every day in training. He sees what they are. Are they not the best options?
Well, clearly not.
We don't know. We don't know.
Yeah, but if it's all right saying that they're great in training, but under a match day environment, when your goalkeeper's making mistake after mistake after mistake, costing us games, and he still leaves him in.
Yeah, I agree.
There's no excuse for that, is there?
There isn't. There really isn't. But, you know, what other goalkeepers who are on the bench and now who he isn't playing, what are they like in training? Are they not making even more mistakes? We don't know. We don't know. But I've just got to put me, and I put my trust in Eddie. I do feel he wants the best for the team, the best for Newcastle. And, you know, Eddie couldn't have predicted that Pope was going to make that blunder. And yes, I agree with what people have said. If that first goal didn't go in, the second.
But he's done it. He's done it 3 consecutive away games now. He's cost us the game, and surely after that, he's dropped Botman. He's dropped Botman for a couple of games where he hasn't been at his top level, but he's dropped them. But he won't drop Nick Pope. There's no excuse for it.
Yeah,
but it's fair enough. It is fair enough.
Opinions, Paul.
I've just seen a tremendous comment. This looks like a Zoom interview for the Metro Centre Santa Claus. Tremendous.
Yeah.
I mean, Billy. Before we speak to Tony,
Billy.
Yeah. Before we speak to Tony, Billy. I mean, what do you think of Simon's comments?
I agree with you with the Whistle comment. I think that's the big injury of all. Because had Whistle been fit, he'd have started the season. We wouldn't have had to change the system at all. You know, we'd have played exactly how we did last season with Whistle instead of Isaac. Instead of had to play a different kind of centre forward, different kind of player. He's done fantastically at it, I've got to say, Voltemada. But he doesn't suit our system, and we have to get a system which does suit him.
Yeah,
quicker rather than slower. With Whistle in the side, we had a chance to bet him in more. And because he hasn't had that, that's cost us a lot of points, I think.
Yeah. Tony, good evening.
Hello, how are you doing? Can you
not too bad. What would you like to say?
It's the same mistakes, isn't it? I mean, and there's the old saying, I can't remember what it is, but there's an old saying, you know, you to make the same mistakes again and again and again. It's just a bit odd. And this running about with obviously Ben's been doing it. Just runs around and suddenly sees a squirrel or something. And
well, it is like he chases a squirrel. I mean, I don't know how many times we...
And now suddenly Pope's doing that as well.
Yeah.
We're starting a club, we don't know.
Yeah. I mean, look, it is crazy because the amount of times that me and Billy in commentary of the last several games have always said, you know, where is Dan Burn? Where is Dan Burn? Why is he playing as a right winger? Why is he playing as a left winger? And you know, the thing is, even Miley was playing at right back on Tuesday night, which I found bizarre to even put him in that situation. I think it was crazy. Marky, thanks for your super chat. And Matt says, in the end, guys, trust the process. I'll let you off with that comment, Matt, because you put a smiley face at the end of it.
But yeah, I mean, I don't want
Has he got the balls to make changes, Tony?
I'd like to think he had. And I think if he doesn't, I think it'll be his downfall. I don't want that. Don't want that at all. But I think he needs to. I said a couple of weeks ago, he's been forced to make these changes.
Yeah.
And then we got that result with Man City. Could have been more. I think, you know, there's one saying that if something's not broke, don't fix it. But if something's working really well, don't break it either. There was no.
Well, you're right. Yeah.
Come Saturday, I don't think any of us would have Dan Burn in the starting 11. But I think all of us think he's going to be in it, which is the thing that concerns us all. I think.
Why
of course it does.
Only, you know, and we're not professionals getting paid multi-million pounds for whatever we do. With how come we can see it and he can't? I don't know.
Well, we'll see in due course. Anyway, guys, predictions. Simon, what's yours?
I think it's got to be at least a 2-0 win. It's got to be. I just hope the players, if any of them do come in, that in changes that we hope are made, that we've got a clean sheet and a 2-0 win. We've got to, especially if we've got Tino and Hall playing. You know, I don't see any reason why we can't go there, put things right, and start building and get ourselves on a good run.
Absolutely. Tony?
I think I've got Chow, Botman, Ramsdale, no Ben. I'm going to say 2-1. It's been an odd week for me. Been busy.
To us?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. I'm not I just put a quid on 2-1, and to be honest, I'm actually quite up on it. So I'm going to do it again.
By the way, Tony, would you like to show the viewing public your T-shirt there? Because there you go, guys. Tony has a Grab Your Granny T-shirt that is available.
Thank you for saying she's actually here.
Well, oh my God! Do you know what? I was going to get one of them, Tony.
Well, you sent her here to help with the sound, apparently. So she's been working in the background while I've been busy on doing a show this week.
Wow. Well, I want her in my studio.
You dirty devil.
Not like Billy. Listen, I know where your mind goes.
Who's the one with the bald head in the top right? On the top, yeah, that's Billy. You like him? Okay.
Oh, very nice. She wants to mother me.
I bet she does. Welcome to the Muppet Show, everybody. Class. Right, guys. Thank you very much, Tony. I'll speak to you very soon, matey. Thank you, Simon.
Yeah, no worries.
You're welcome. All the best.
Paul, if you want to sort out some stuff, no problem.
I'll be in touch, buddy. I'll be in touch. Thanks, guys.
All the best.
Good night. So there you go. I mean, some interesting points tonight. Again, not really a surprise. There's a lot of different opinions. Derek with a super chat and Spike with a super chat. How many points are going to lose because of Pope before he drops him? Well, I mean, listen, I don't know. And that's the problem, isn't it, Billy? You've got that hanging over him, that he keeps on saying that, rightly so, I think, in front of the camera saying he's going to back him, but keep putting him in is going to cause serious problems because of the mistakes he's making.
It is, and he shouldn't be starting on Saturday, but I think he will be. Yeah, I think he'll give him a vote of confidence, and sooner or later he's going to bite him in the arse, and he'll have to drop him, but I'd do it now, personally.
I must admit, tonight I am surprised at a lot of people predicting a win for Newcastle. I'm all for it. No, unless you're coming on tomorrow.
I won't be on tomorrow, no. It'll be Saturday for me next.
All right, okay, well, go on then. Hit us.
Well, let's not forget that Everton ain't a bad side now. They're a good side. I watched them against Man United on Monday, and they work for each other, even with 10 men. Really work for each other, worked hard for each other. I can't see us getting a thing out of this. I really can't. Even if we pick our best side, I think we lose 1-0. If you pick the side I think Eddie will pick, I think we lose 2-0.
Jesus. Oh, well. Listen, we're always honest on this channel. We have to be. Listen, I'm surprised that a lot of people are predicting a win given our away form. I think had we come into this with a couple of good away wins, I'd be a lot more confident. But that's just the way it goes. But there you go, guys. That is the fan forum done and dusted tonight.
Watch out for NDI, because he's the real threat.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, he's a very, very, very good player. But thank you very much for watching tonight. I'm back in the morning at 10 o'clock with breakfast time. Of course, it is the press conference reaction as well. Do join me for that, because that could be a very, very spicy show. Because if Eddie says things that will anger me, my anger will come across on the show. So if you are available to tune in tomorrow, get yourselves on at 10 o'clock to join me for the press conference reaction. And me, Alex, and I think Sam's back tomorrow for the match preview of the Everton game. We'll look through Everton's form, who's a danger, what might Eddie do. We'll try and put a team together and try and second-guess Eddie, although we know that tends to not work on this channel. But thank you very much for tonight, guys. Thank you to everybody that came on the forum and, of course, everybody that watched. Do give it a like if you've enjoyed the show tonight. And, of course, please do subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thank you to the mods, and of course thank you to the returning milk tray man, Mr. Billy Tray, and we'll see him back on Matchday Live on Saturday. But for now, folks, I'll see you in the morning. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Good night.
Away, lads and lasses.